Well, the weekend wrecked me pretty good, so it's Monday. No, it's Tuesday. I got back on Monday. It's Tuesday. I slept in most of the day. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I'm looking for something I can do really quick before dinner. I've got to make dinner, and then I've got to probably come out and do something else. Whatever I didn't get finished in the next 2 hours that I've got now. So what I'm looking at is the storage areas and the wheel wells. I just want to enclose them in plywood, and if I can get the wheel wells done, I can actually paint the inside of them with waterproof paint and get that all sealed up, ready to put the guards in. That's what I'm trying to say. So just a real quick test fit. I actually did cut the corners off. I'll show you in a minute. But I am going to be able to do this. I wanted to put the edge of this into the frame down here, instead of sandwiching it in between the ply and the frame. So I did cut the corners out, and this, I reckon it will bend eventually. I'll force it. And I'll put some self-taps in there into the metal. I reckon it's going to work out great. So I'll pull this out. Yeah, so I took the corners off just so I could bend them. I might be able to get some heat onto it and bend it even more, straighten it out, see what happens. Luckily I'll put all my measurements on things when I'm cutting them, well I was anyway, so I can tell that this is going to be 749 from here to here. I might go cut one of those. I need to get those on the sides here. Which begs another question, is how am I going to paint the inside? I'll have to paint the inside of this another time. Well, I decided to cut it by hand, and it fits beautifully. It's pretty good, pretty tight, except that it doesn't fit where I wanted it, of course. But I only have to take a little bit more off. Shouldn't really go off that measurement there. Should measure it yourself. So I think how I'm going to handle this is I'm going to leave this lip of ply below, and I'm going to measure here to the top there, and I only have it on the lumber there instead of the ply. And when I put the wheel thingy in, it should still sit relatively close to this side because of that bent out lip that will be there. It works in my mind. And from here on this side, I'm probably just going to do same here to here. But I'm going to do the ends first, and I'm going to make this up here, I'm going to make this part the cap to that on both sides. That should work. So here's my jig for cut and ply, I reckon, for small parts anyway, is the old 80s sawhorse on an extended piece of timber. The saw track that I made at the start of the video series, and then that's clamped down to the sawhorse to give this a bit of mounting pressure, and that ought to do it. I'll be able to just cut straight lines across there. Straightish. They don't have to be perfect. All this straight cut setup seems to be working pretty well. Happy with that. And this is, well, it's only friction fitted at the moment, but it's pretty much what it's going to look like. Just going to secure it on there. Bit of gluing and screwing, you know how it goes. And yeah, just enough lip underneath to accommodate the other thing. Should be fine. And then yeah, of course, plywood across the top. Going to do the same for the other one on the other side, and pretty much storage area as well. So not sure if I should do the front part or not. Still really undecided. I might leave this one at least until I'm doing insulation for the top part of the wall, because I might want to insulate that as well. Maybe not this side, but yeah, I think that can wait. That's it. Yeah, so that's screwed in. I didn't do the other side yet. I didn't even get close to doing the storage areas. It's really late in the afternoon. I was hoping to get heaps done, but the landlord from next door popped in to clean up the house a bit before people move in next week, and we just got to talking, and you know, an hour passed. But the beauty of what I'm doing right now is I've only needed the circular saw, 2 drills, and pretty much that sawhorse thing that I set up, and I can continue doing that. It's just gluing and then screwing it on after I cut it up. So I can leave this uncovered. I can come out tonight and do this really quickly. All it is just cutting a few things and sticking them on there. Get all the cutting done first, now that I know what I'm doing, and then I'll be able to just breeze through it. So I'm going to go have dinner. I'm going to come back and do it. So I'm trying to fit this bit in here, and it seems like it's gone a bit trapezoidal. One end fits in alright, then it gets down to a certain point, it's sort of stuck and doesn't really want to cooperate. So I'm just found my dad's old hand planer, and shave a bit down, get it to fit in. Oh yeah, close, we are close. Not quite. All right. Perfect. Yeah, so measurements aren't really a thing anymore. I'm just fitting things now. This ply goes under that ply, and this ply goes under that ply, but end of the day, same result. So I'm going to get that glued in. So I've got the wheel wells in. I think I'm going to go ahead now, try and start doing the storage areas. At least cutting all the bits. I'm going to measure it up and cut it, try and get it in. If I can cut it early enough, I can screw them in, because it's the saw that makes most of the noise. I don't want to annoy the neighbours. Well, street lights are on. I got to pack up real quick, otherwise I'm going to lose everything in the dark. Pick this up tomorrow, I guess, or next time I've got a spare minute to throw at it, I'll just keep going. Actually, tomorrow I'm working, Thursday I'm working, Friday I'm working. Looks more like Saturday that I'm going to be able to do this. So, yep, better button it down and see you in a few days. Well, it is some days later. I can't ever remember the last time I was working on this, but here we go. I'm still doing the inside of the storage areas. I'm going to double check the work I was doing, because I was rushing last time, and maybe we'll clean that up a bit, and then we'll continue on. But I have to get this stuff in. I've left it till after dinner. Sun goes down in about an hour and a half, so I've got to crack into it. Crack on with it maybe. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, definitely was rushing and not quite paying attention to what I was doing, thinking I could probably just use a trim router to clean all this up, but you know, can't get into the corners on that, unfortunately. So I'm going to mark these, pull them out and cut them properly, make sure they're all good, because yeah, they're rushed. I'm going to slow down a bit. I did get up to this side as well, and I'm not really sure what I was thinking. You're upside down? You are upside down. No? I don't know. Got to sort this out. And we are still going with this setup here. It worked really well last time, so I'm just going to stick with it. Don't really need a table saw. This is working pretty damn well. that's well flush mounted now, which is good. When the other bit of ply goes on top, it won't be all lumpy. And that's just inside. Perfect. I'm going to do that for the rest of them. Start on the nippers. Yes, unfortunately I've run out of light again. I've now got the storage areas enclosed and the wheel wells enclosed, except for the top where the bed base is going to go. Now I can start thinking about where I'm going to put in these braces, because I'm going to have some cupboards up here and I'm going to have a bench down there somewhere, and from about, think about the height of this, that'll be the bench, maybe a bit higher, so I'm going to have to brace in here so I've got something to screw into, and cupboards up the top here in the back, same thing. I need a brace in here which will give me something to mount to, basically, so I'm not putting too much pressure on the roof and that sort of stuff. And the same in here, because this will be foot area where the bed is. I need to have some sort of brace in there too. I'm gonna have a couple, but also cupboards for clothing and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the next on the agenda, and then we can start bracing in the roof properly and put the roof on maybe. Yeah, daylight's pretty much gone for today, so I'm gonna have to pack up and pick this up another time.
Well, as always, life and weather gets in the way. So that plan I just talked about, forget about it. Next thing we're going to be doing is the doors, and I'm going to be doing that in a whole video by itself, because basically I can't find anything on the internet that deals with making your own doors and frames and stuff like that. So I'm going to make it up as I go, and then I don't know, maybe it'll become the default tutorial for everyone else to follow, or maybe advice on what not to do. But that'll be the next video. So thanks for hanging around, and I'll see you next time.